Since 1912, Seventh-day Adventist Church members have supported a special mission offering called the 13th Sabbath Offering. Although it's only part of the offerings that support mission work worldwide, your support of this offering has helped touch countless lives through schools, clinics, churches, literature, and other mission projects. On a cold Sabbath morning in Macedonia, a small Adventist group gathers for worship. A wood-burning fire keeps them warm. They are meeting in this house because there is no Adventist church building in the city. This is the city of Ohrid. This city is known in the summer for being a tourist destination. The lake serves as a center point for activities. Boating, fishing, and lounging around are just some of the regular activities that happen here. More than 300,000 European tourists visit the city each year. But on this cold day, local residents are the only ones in sight. Although the air is cold, this group warms up the room as they continue their church service. Each week, they meet faithfully, discussing the Sabbath school lesson and then waiting eagerly for the sermon to follow. Each member plays a special role on Sabbath morning, leading out in lessons, preaching, and even adding fresh logs to the fire are important roles in this home church. After the service, the group shares a meal together. The owner of this home cooks a traditional Macedonian meal for the group. As they say a prayer, they reflect on the message that was given earlier. The food warms their bodies as they share stories and conversation with each other. Some of the members discuss their plans to invite neighbors to worship with them in the following weeks. The church members pray for a chance to worship in a new church building, a building that can be used to invite their neighbors. They have purchased this old building with hopes to renovate and create a community center.
We want to build this center not just for a church, but also for mission projects. We can share books, have meetings, and reach the people.
It is located in a very attractive place in the downtown area. Here, visitors can come and feel welcome. It's an ideal spot for tourists or community members walking by.
It is a special feeling to know that we are part of a big organization, the Seventh-day Adventist Church. It's a big family, and we are happy to be part of that family.
Please pray for the church in Macedonia, that they may reach their neighbors and have a permanent place to worship. Greece is home to many significant events throughout history, especially in the Bible. The large city of Athens has evolved over time, but still holds on to its historic culture. Today, thousands of immigrants from all over the world live in Greece.
My name is Michel Kiembo.
Michel is from the Democratic Republic of Congo. He has lived in the city of Athens for some time now. When he moved here, he was not an Adventist. Michel attended other churches, seeking what God really wanted for him. He met an Adventist who invited him to church, and he believed what he heard.
I attend the church, and I like it, and I appreciate the way they are preaching and the way the people are, or they are doing this in the church.
Now Michel plays an active role in reaching African immigrants who are seeking the way he once was. He is a part of a Bible study that meets weekly. They discuss various topics, and the people are focused on learning all the lessons from the Bible. Not all of the immigrants speak the same language, so Michel uses his gift of language to translate the words of the pastor.
I am there with one of the elders of the church, and he is giving the Bible studies, and I am translating for immigrant people from my country, from Congo. And after the service of the Bible studies, they are sharing what you have of food, and we enjoy together and the fellowship of the fellowship.
The Bible study transitions from studying the Bible to sharing a meal together. The visitors enjoy the opportunity for fellowship. As you can see, the apartment is so small they have to limit the number of people who attend the meetings. The church in Greece prays for a new building that can be used to share Jesus with immigrants. Their dream is to build an international church where people from all over can come worship together. Please pray for this group of eager followers, that they may find a place to study without limits. Welcome to England. Here, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is working hard to reach people in their communities. One way of sharing Jesus is through a special monthly project called Messy Church. Messy Church was adopted from the Anglican Church and adjusted to meet the needs of the Adventist Church. This program invites members of the community into the church for a special afternoon program. The programs are designed for children. They do crafts, sing songs, and find creative ways to teach the lessons from the Bible. Each child is required to bring at least one adult along, and the adults seem to have just as much fun as the kids. Here at the Stanborough Park Seventh-day Adventist Church, Messy Church has been running for a few years now. They have seen tremendous interest from the church members and their neighbors. On this Sabbath, more than 100 people came to participate in Messy Church. After the programs, everyone gathers in one room for a meal together. Here they can talk about what they learned that day or what their favorite activity was. Messy Church has welcomed many people who may have never entered a church otherwise. Their plan is to start new Messy Church projects in other parts of England and eventually throughout Europe. Please pray that Messy Church can spread and be a way to share Jesus with the world. If you visit the campus of Newbold College, you can always find smiling faces and friendly people. Students from all over the world come to study here. Although the campus is beautiful, some areas need to be updated. The girls' dorm has rooms where mold and other factors have the potential to affect students' health. Newbold has taken this seriously and acted quickly on making improvements. They want a clean, healthy atmosphere for all of their students. Some of the rooms have already been updated while others are still being worked on. Snezana is the girls' dorm dean. She knows the extent of how urgent this matter is.
As a dean, I had many occasions when I had to move the girls from their rooms as they were experiencing allergic reactions to the mold in the bathrooms and even on the ceiling of the rooms. So I'm looking forward to refurbished dorm where I won't have to deal with that and where the girls will have a good environment and healthy environment to live in.
Christiana is one of the students living in the dorm. She's from the country of Portugal. Christiana came here because of the spiritual atmosphere and the opportunity to improve her English. When Christiana first came, she lived in an older part of the dorm where she had a hard time breathing. She was quickly moved to an updated room where she notices a difference in her daily health. Please pray for the students and faculty at Newbold College. Pray that they can effectively make improvements to the girls' dorm so they can continue to provide a quality Adventist education. Throughout Europe, there is a postmodern and secular mindset. In Europe, many people are open to stories and experimenting with new things. The church in the trans-European region of the world is promoting an exhibition called Bible 3D. This exhibition is a hands-on, walk-through version of the Great Controversy. It teaches visitors how much God loves us and how He is fighting for our lives. This project was tested in Iceland recently, where it was well received. Visitors followed a map through the different exhibitions. Each room is loaded with information and interesting displays. These displays shared some of the history of the Bible within the Icelandic culture and included real props to support. The feedback has been overwhelming. Visitors have enjoyed learning about God's love for them in an interactive way. Bible 3D has plans to expand to different countries throughout Europe. Please pray for this project as it visits other regions, so people can learn of the God who loves them so much. The trans-European region of the world is full of rich culture and vast history. This quarter, your 13 Sabbath offerings will help build a community center and church in Macedonia. It will fund the construction of an international church for immigrants in Greece, as well as new dorm rooms for students at Newbold College. And your offerings will also support projects like Messy Church and Bible 3D. Please pray for these projects so they may reach millions of people throughout Europe. And thank you for your support of mission.